What up, gang? I've had a lot of you basically messaging me both on Instagram and also here on YouTube, asking me to do kind of more of an in-depth review on the CBR 1000R, and more importantly, how it compares to my other bikes in the stable. And you guys can see that I have two R1s, well, one R1, one R1M, and a ZX10. I have to tell you, I've owned a lot of different bikes in my lifetime. The CBR 1000RR, after having it for a couple of months I have, is literally my most lackluster bike that I own. In many regards, I actually regret buying it. You guys know this is a 2023 model. I was the first one to pretty much have it. You got it here on US soil. And even after doing work on it and making adjustments, I added a blipper to it. You guys know these bikes are $18,000 and don't even come with a quick shifter. Doing work on the sprockets, chain, airbox, tail tidy, obviously the exhaust itself, even flashing it, it still hasn't performed anywhere near the level of my R1s, R1M, or the ZX10R. I actually wish that I didn't buy this bike, and I wish I pulled the trigger on a 2023 BMW M Sport 1000RR, which is basically, guys, already in order. Just to let the cat out of the bag, this bike is going to be traded in for a BMW 2023 M1000RR. So that bike is due in about 2 months. They're making it for me right now. Obviously, you guys know when you order the BMWs, they make them custom with the packages that you basically have chosen at the dealership, and then they go and start producing the bike. It takes anywhere from 4 to 5 months for it to be built and then shipped to the States. So I won't have this bike much longer. But what are the reasons why I don't like this bike? Well, number one, electronics. Everything on this bike just feels super old and archaic. You guys can see the huge amount of plastic that is all over this bike. It just looks cheap. It's probably one of the least appealing ones to me, look-wise. If I were in a bike lineup, you would walk right past this bike. Now, keep in mind, I am talking specifically about the CBR 1000RR. I probably will never buy one of these bikes. But his big brother, God, I actually wouldn't mind owning one of those particular track bikes. So, but this one here, for the money, I honestly, guys, don't think it's worth it. Again, I've had the check engine light go off on this bike 3 times already, and have had to buy a freaking tool to turn it off. And I don't know exactly what it is, but in the forums, a lot of guys talk about that, how their check engine lights just go off all the time on these things. And the sad part about it is, I mean, it's an $18,000 bike. Again, it doesn't come with a freaking quick shifter, so you have to install that. It's another $700 on that side there. Just adjustments on the bike are a little loopy. You have to get in, I mean, ECU wise too, everything's underneath this hood here. You have to take this whole thing freaking apart just to get to it, versus on an R1, you come over here to the left side and the ECU is sitting right here. So everything is really accessible to work with. And the ZX10, it's the ECU is right here in the freaking tail. I don't know why Honda, being such a great company and, you know, known for reliability with their vehicles, would create something like that. You know, I know even Mark Marquez, when he was interviewed, had a lot of problems with his Repsol bike because of check engine lights and just funky things going on electrically with the bike. So does the CBR 1000RR, is it worth the 18 grand? In my opinion, no. Do I feel like it needs work? Yes. I think it needs a serious overhaul. And again, I mean, nothing to say against the Fireblade. I've actually had friends at Fireblades who they love that bike. I've ridden them and I really like them too. But for this one here, it just doesn't float my boat. I don't know. It's just not something that I would ever buy again. And I kind of wish, like I said, that I just didn't purchase it. But that being said, it is going to be used as leverage in the next deal. And I've already pretty much got that bike on order, and it's on its way. Shane, who's my sales guy over at BMW Motorrad, said that the bike would be here roughly in about a month and a half to 2 months. So they've already sent some pictures and everything too. They're actually doing a bunch of custom stuff for the BMW. But again, I mean, you can see it's just a kind of a lackluster situation. There's a Showa. Fork on this one here. Brakes are Takiko's, nothing special. If you go to the rear of this particular thing here, you've got basically your Neffin caliper in the back. Just again, it's not Brembo. A lot of the other bikes that we have, you know, there's just a lot of better parts. Look how plasticky it looks too. It just looks cheap. Everything is just cheap. It's all plastic. So there's not a lot of upgrades for these bikes either. And if you really talk to a lot of tuners, there's not a whole lot of maps either for these bikes. And maybe it's because people don't ride them a whole lot, but there's so much more for a ZX10 or a Yamaha R1 where the racers have really dialed in those bikes on the track. I don't see a whole lot of CBRs on the track either when we're out there. It's mostly full of R1s and ZX10s, at least the tracks I ride at. And again, I probably will never buy another CBR 1000RR, at least until they have a total makeover. And it's seriously needed. Again, guys, not a popular video, but hopefully it's going to give you guys some insight and answer the questions that the guys were asking me, you know, like in comparison to what you own or have owned, how does it compare? On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to give this bike, and I even feel bad about giving it this number, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 10. Just my humble opinion, guys. A lot of you will disagree with it, but at the same time, it is what it is, and I really wish I never bought it. That's a plain fact. So if you guys have any questions, guys, I appreciate so much everybody that's been watching the channel. You guys know I just started this channel a couple of weeks ago. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on the things. So if you guys, you know, like and subscribe, please hit the bell for all the new videos that I have coming out pretty much every other day. And I appreciate the support, appreciate all the conversations and friends that I'm making here on YouTube. Again, I'm retired and just trying to figure out exactly what to do with my time. Now, you guys know I love bikes, so just been basically trying to create this channel to help those that are in this arena here to figure out where to best put their money and where to spend it. So other than that, guys, here it is, CBR 1000R 2023. Would I buy it again? No. Obviously, you've heard my reasons for it. And again, the money could be well spent. If you're going to spend 18 grand on a bike, you might as well go to a Yamaha R1. You will not be disappointed with a bike like that. And although the rideability of the CBR 1000 is nice, it feels to me more like a 600cc bike than a 1000. When you put your leg over a ZX10 or a Yamaha R1, you feel like you're basically throwing your leg over a liter bike. This bike just feels really chintzy to me. Just a really cheap version, kind of a wannabe to these bikes that have literally proven themselves left and right. And you know, when you get on these bikes, it feels like you're putting something between your leg that probably shouldn't be there. So, you know, and these bikes are easy to work on, tons of aftermarket parts, tons of maps for the for when you go to flash them. Lots of little things that you can do on the engine to make it faster and more powerful. Not so much for the Honda. Sorry to say, guys. But just my 2 cents, guys. I love y'all. Please like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, please put it down. Appreciate the support too for the CK Rides channel. And again, we're trying to get to 1,000 here. And I've got more bikes coming too. You guys know I have an H2 that's on order. That one's actually being built as well. And I have also the BMW 2023 M Sport 1000RR coming in within the next several months. So once we do that, we'll do a lot of modifications on there. My buddy Jorge Beltran will be actually doing a lot of work on that bike, and it's going to be flipping amazing. So anyway, guys, love y'all. Any questions, again, please put the comments below. You guys know I answer all the questions that come through, and look forward to talking to each and every one of you. You guys have a great day. Peace.